Did you know that the way you sleep at night could be slowly stealing your vision? Most people think of glaucoma as something that just happens with age, but new research shows that a habit as simple as your sleeping position might be directly affecting the pressure inside your eyes. What if your pillow is causing more damage than comfort?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom.
That's an unsettling thought, especially when you consider how much money Americans are actually spending on sleep comfort these days. In 2023, the U.S. home bedding market reached $25.7 billion, which tells us that people are taking their sleep seriously and investing heavily in quality rest. But while we're investing in luxury pillows that cost anywhere from $30 to $300, we might be overlooking something critical about how we're actually using them and what impact they have on our bodies.
The connection between sleep position and eye health is something most people have never heard of, and that's a significant gap in general knowledge about vision protection. Glaucoma, often called the silent thief of sight, is the second leading cause of blindness worldwide, affecting approximately 80 million people and rising. What makes this especially troubling is that this condition often develops without any symptoms until significant damage has already occurred, and many of those risk factors are things we can actually control.
When we talk about sleeping position, we're talking about something that happens every single night, sometimes for 8 hours or more throughout our lives. If you're someone who sleeps face down or on your side, research indicates that these positions can increase intraocular pressure, which is the pressure inside your eye, by 1 to 6 millimeters of mercury. Now, that might sound like a small number, but even these small pressure increases can accelerate damage to the optic nerve over time, and the effects are cumulative across years and decades.
The reason this happens is related to basic physiology and gravity working on your body as you rest. When you rest your face or head on a pillow in certain positions, you're putting direct pressure on the eye, which increases the intraocular pressure temporarily during sleep. For people who already have glaucoma or are at higher risk, this nightly pressure elevation can compound the damage night after night, year after year, creating a cumulative effect that's difficult to reverse once it begins.
Think about the math for a moment and really consider what we're talking about. If you sleep 8 hours a night and spend a significant portion of that time in a position that elevates eye pressure, you're potentially exposing your optic nerve to sustained elevated pressure for thousands of hours each year. Over decades, that's an enormous amount of accumulated stress on a structure that can't repair itself once it's damaged or degraded. This is why even seemingly minor adjustments to your sleep posture can have meaningful long-term consequences for your vision and quality of life.
The good news is that unlike many health risk factors, your sleeping position is something you can actively change and control. Research shows that back sleeping, which is called the supine position, produces the lowest intraocular pressure readings compared to all other sleeping positions. For people concerned about glaucoma risk, this is one of the simplest modifications you can make to protect your vision health without medications or invasive procedures.
Of course, changing how you sleep isn't always easy, especially if you've spent decades sleeping in a particular position that feels natural and comfortable. That's where some of the specialty bedding options that Dr. Mercola has researched come into play and make a real difference. Wedge pillows, cervical pillows, and other specialized supports can help transition your body into back sleeping gradually without sacrificing comfort or creating neck strain. These tools make the transition more manageable and sustainable long-term, allowing your body to adjust naturally.
Beyond just pillow placement, it's worth understanding that glaucoma risk involves multiple factors that interact with each other in complex ways that researchers are still studying. Sleep apnea is another condition that can significantly affect intraocular pressure, and many people don't realize they have it or how it impacts their eye health. If you're snoring loudly or waking up gasping for air, that could be contributing to elevated eye pressure during sleep and throughout the day.
There's also something many people don't consider, which is the clothing and accessories we wear to bed or even during the day in our regular lives. Tight neckwear, whether it's a tight collar at night or even sleeping with a scarf wrapped around your neck, can restrict venous drainage from the eye and surrounding tissues. When blood can't drain properly from the eye, intraocular pressure rises, and this creates another pathway to optic nerve damage that we often overlook or dismiss as insignificant.
The cumulative effect of all these factors is why Dr. Mercola emphasizes that glaucoma should be viewed as a multifactorial condition where many small, modifiable choices add up to real health outcomes. It's not just one thing you're doing wrong. It's often a combination of habits that together create elevated risk over time and compound with age. Understanding how these factors interact is key to developing an effective prevention strategy that works for your unique situation.
Prolonged screen time is another factor that compounds the issue significantly, especially in our digital age. When you're looking at screens before bed, your eyes are already under strain from focus and light exposure. And then you add a poor sleeping position on top of that, and you're creating a perfect storm for elevated intraocular pressure. The blue light exposure, the focusing strain, the reduced blinking, all of these stress your visual system in ways that accumulate day after day and night after night.
This is where the preventive approach becomes so important for anyone concerned about vision loss and protecting their future eyesight. Glaucoma is called the silent thief because it often causes irreversible vision loss before anyone realizes what's happening or that damage is occurring. Once optic nerve damage has occurred, it can't be reversed, which makes prevention and early intervention absolutely critical for long-term eye health and quality of life.
If you're over 50 or if you have a family history of glaucoma, paying attention to your sleeping position becomes even more important as a protective measure. Older adults are at significantly higher risk for glaucoma, and they're also more likely to have established sleep patterns that are harder to change and require more intentional effort. But the potential benefit, protecting your long-term vision and independence, is absolutely worth the effort to modify your sleep habits.
The beauty of addressing sleep position as a glaucoma risk factor is that it's completely within your control and doesn't require medical intervention. You don't need medications or expensive treatments to make this change in your life. You simply need awareness of the connection and commitment to gradually adjusting your sleep position over time, which is something anyone can do. This empowers you to take action in one of the most important health areas for maintaining quality of life as you age.
For anyone interested in learning more about how sleep position affects eye pressure, how to transition to safer sleeping positions, and what other lifestyle factors can reduce glaucoma risk, Dr. Mercola has compiled comprehensive information at Mercola.com. You'll find detailed research on the connection between sleep and intraocular pressure, practical tips for adjusting your sleep habits, and information about monitoring your eye health as you make these changes. Visit Mercola.com today to take control of one of the most overlooked risk factors for vision loss and protect your eyesight for years to come.
Thank you for listening to Dr. Mercola Cellular Wisdom. See you in the next episode.
Looking for trusted health wisdom you can hold in your hands? Discover the life-changing books of Dr. Mercola at joyhousepublishing.com. These titles bring decades of natural health research into practical steps for better energy, stronger immunity, and clearer thinking. Take charge of your health with guidance rooted in science and experience. Visit joyhousepublishing.com now and claim your bonuses while they are available.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.